Okie dokie. Whoa.
Okie dokie, y'all. We're gonna have present. Thank you all for coming. And it's a little strange to be doing this in English now because we just did it in Spanish. And if some of the English is a little funny in here, I'm sorry because I did it in Spanish first and then switched it back to English. So some of the translations are a little weird. But anyway, no such thing as a way. We often say we're throwing things away and that causes a problem, but there is no such thing as a way because it just goes up the hill and then it goes down the creek and then it goes in the water and it goes down your throat. So that's, I mean, you guys already all know this. That's why we're calling it that. Basically, we're going to present what Jaime and I did as an assessment of the solid waste stream here in Vilcabamba and San Pedro de Vilcabamba. And the reason we include San Pedro is because both Vilcabamba and San Pedro, their trash goes to the same dump. So that's why we're doing it that way. Jaime, you come and do that. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so basically we're going to go over, just describe the solid waste stream. We have 3 chunks of original data that we're going to present to you guys that we put together. And then of course we've got some recommendations. This is kind of my literal interpretation of the waste stream. It's a stream of waste coming out of the back of the truck. This is them, I know you can't see it because of the light, but this is the truck at the top of the hill. And they've got sticks and they're just tossing out the trash like that down the side of the hill. So that's the dump. Next. Okay, so how is the solid waste stream? Basically, they have a municipal collection. Happens 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, they start in Malacatos, they do San Pedro, they do half of Vilcabamba, they go up there, and then they go to do the other half of Vilcabamba. So Monday, they go twice a day. Wednesday and Friday, they go 1 time per day up to the dump. So that's what we're talking about. It's this huge truck, if you ever see it, it's orange in the front and blue in the back. Usually guys hanging off the side of it. That's the municipal collection. There's also the public drop-off over there at the worm culture site. You guys know there's 2 tanks. They're supposedly organic and inorganic, but it's all mixed. And here they are, you also can't see again, but they literally come with boxes they found in the trash and dig it up and toss the boxes up into the truck, and then they toss the box back down, and it takes them quite a while to just empty out these little tanks. So. All right, secondly, of course, the dump is open to the public 24/7. There's no gate, there's no control. It says, please don't throw your trash in the entrance, you'll be fine. But people do, and no one's fine, so that's the entrance to the dump. Of course, people bring their stuff up there all the time. A lot of places don't get served by the municipal collection, so they have to go up there. A lot of people have weird big things from construction sites, and they go there also. San Joaquin and Madre Tierra are not covered in the municipal collection, and neither are various places all over the place. So that's kind of a problem. We couldn't include that stuff in our analysis because we were just taking what came out of the truck. So it's something to keep in mind that there is going to be a percentage of all the trash that we produce that's not included in what we're talking about here, but you can add that in later if someone is intrepid enough to go sort out the dump. So, anyway. And finally, we have a hospital here in Vilcabamba that serves an area of about 15,000 people because it does Quinara and Malacatos and Vilcabamba. And of course, in the hospital, they have some particular kinds of trash. They have needles, they have bags of blood, body parts, placentas. We got a great rundown from the director of the hospital on all that. He knows exactly how many placentas they bury a day. And anyway, they have black bags and red bags. In the black bags, they put their normal trash, everything you would throw out at home. The red bags are the biohazardous materials like I was talking about. And that stuff goes in the security cell for biohazards, which is basically a little mini landfill site, which is right here. And actually, you can't see again, but it pretty much just looks like pasture with some plastic on the bottom. It's about 20 meters by 15 meters by 2 meters deep. It's got a plastic lining, and they cover stuff over with dirt. And it may not look like much, but it's actually a better facility than the actual dump itself in the entire town. So it's actually a pretty decent solution for what they have here. The problem with it is that an engineer from Loja has told them that it has to be closed in 1 year because it's reaching capacity. So the director would like to close it and have the truck from Loja come to pick up the biohazardous materials and take it to their big landfill there, but it's never that easy. So that's something to really keep in mind, that in a year, you're going to have the problem of what to do with the biohazardous materials. And if they can't figure out anything, these are probably going to be added into the regular waste stream and go up to the dump, which would obviously be a problem. So that's something to keep your eyes on. Okay. So these are lovely pictures of us sorting through trash with our hands. It was wonderful. We did, props Michael Jackson. So 3 days a week, they pick up the trash. For 2 weeks, we audited what they were actually collecting by hand. We took about 15% of the truck every one of these days, which amounted to 4,200 kilograms or 4.2 tons, metric tons, of course, of trash that we sorted through by hand. It was really fun. It was my summer vacation. Jaime. Siguiente. And what we did is we separated it into organic, what they call organic here, which we would call in the States, I guess, compostable material or yard trimmings, food waste. Solid plastics like bottles, to-go containers, yogurt cups, plastic bags, both trash bags and the bags you get from the store, paper and cardboard, glass, all different kinds of metals. Everything we couldn't classify, so clothes and like Dorito bags and wine jugs, all that kind of stuff that's not recyclable, went in a pile of trash. And then we had our hazardous materials, which are things like batteries, light bulbs, certain kinds of paint, various medical supplies, syringes that we found, and electronics as well, because electronics all have things like copper and different metals in them that they can be dangerous when they just get put in the ground, or when people try to go separate the stuff out themselves to make money, they really hurt themselves a lot, and if they burn it, they're hurting everyone else as well. So those are classified as hazardous. Anyway, this is a lot of information. I'm just going to really quickly. 83% was organic. The next highest was the trash, which is only about 6% of all of the waste. Everything else, the trash, plus the hazardous materials, which is only 0.25%, not very much, thankfully, out of what we found. Everything other than this 6.25%, let's call it 7%, is either recyclable or potential compost that we produce in Vilcabamba. And these two numbers are estimating 8 tons per week of collection for all the trash and 12 tons a week for all the trash. So all the rest of the data that you're going to see in here is estimating the average of 10 tons a week of trash is what we're estimating, and that's where we get all the rest of the data that's in here. And let's skip to the next one. So it's a lot easier to see it this way. The big chunk is organic. The slightly larger small chunk is recyclables, and the little 7% that's left is the stuff that we can't recycle that needs to go up the ground in a proper landfill. So that's pretty cool that only this little green slice is actually non-reusable.